Hello, today is June 5th of 2020. My name is Raymond Ng. I'm the Director of Education here at Monteca International Play School. First off, thank you for watching our Parent Info Seminar today. We have quite a big topic today. It's actually one of the core subjects of our Montessori curriculum. Of mathematics. Okay, it's a bit more academic focused, but we're going to be able to tell you the Montessori difference between mathematics in a Montessori education model compared to a conventional system per se. We call it either arithmetic or mathematics, so whichever one you prefer is fine too. This Parent Info Seminar will be split into two parts because there is a lot of information going on and I don't want to bore you with just all the theories and instead show you more of the materials and the different methods that we're going to be doing in our curriculum. So for our next week, we're also going to have our AMI directress, one of our staff, Miss Shamlina, to be demonstrating some activities for you as well. So today we're going to focus a little bit more towards the fundamentals, the concept, and a little bit of history for math. And I'm going to be also showing you a special set of materials that we use here that is a great example as well. So let's get started. So the fundamentals of mathematics. We want to start off by saying children are always surrounded by the concept of math since they're born. Okay, for example, day one is a mathematical concept as well. Children get asked the question, how old are you all the time? And that's a math question. When is lunchtime? When are we going to school? When's nap time? Time is another mathematical concept that we focus a lot here. For example, your birthday, somebody that's born on December 23rd per se, that's time as well. Okay, and another part that we want to focus on in mathematics here is also patterns. Okay, it's not all about numbers. Patterns are, there's different types of patterns that we're going to get into later. Okay, it's not all just about numbers. It's actually a very abstract concept, really. Mathematics is an abstract concept. It stems from the realization of one compared to more than one, and that's how math started. Obviously, over thousands of years ago, this is a complete abstract invention. Arithmetic or mathematics itself includes different elements such as shapes, space, numbers, the relationships and attributes through the usage of numbers and even symbols. And of course, the patterns that we talked about, there are numerical patterns, there are abstract patterns, there are patterns of shape and motion we see every day in our lives. In our Montessori classroom, we have different types of activities in there that classifies as different families, as you may say. It could be arithmetic, geometry, statistics, and calculus. So you're probably thinking, what is a Montessori school teaching 3 to 6 year old calculus? Well, there's a lot of fundamental concepts that we built in that concept for them to learn later on. Typically, we do only introduce math activities, math presentations at age 4. And there are quite a few reasons for that. Given that your child has gone through a Montessori system from the toddler's age up and into our CASA program. First of all, we have internal order that has been established. Okay, precise movements, work habits, their ability to follow and complete a full work cycle, the ability to concentrate, the ability to follow a process, and the idea behind symbols. All these attributes, they actually contribute very much to work readiness. Okay, not just math, but in language as well. But because we're focusing on math here, this is why I'm bringing it up. They're ready to take these abstract ideas and methods and turn them into concrete operations. If they've gone through the Montessori system, they're very prepared to work with hands-on materials that we have around the classroom. And it's really just a special alert for learning. These are the different attributes that are these alerts. So in the early stages, children are also, in a Montessori classroom, they're also exposed to sensorial, the learning area of sensorial materials. It has many of the materials that we have, they correlate with mathematics as well. For example, if you look back into one of our previous videos, we demonstrated geometric solids. And we talked about it being a sensorial material because they get to touch and feel the different shapes. So for example, a cube, they can feel what a cube is. So in return, children are already familiar with these materials. So when we work with them during math, they won't be as distracted. They've seen something like this before. They know it. It's been a cornerstone for their learning as well. So one of my favorite examples to demonstrate to my parents is called the golden beads. Now, last week we had a seminar and I showed off some materials that we had, and I also took this one out too. Very simple, okay? So we're going to be turning something completely abstract into something very concrete, something you can touch and feel. So I'm going to show you first, this is one bead. Right? Just one bead, one golden bead, and this is the quantity of 1. Okay, so it's not just a number anymore. You can feel and touch this. This is 1. So what happens when you string more of these together? And let's just say when you string up to 10, then you have this, which is 10 ones. Okay. So this again turns it into a very concrete thing for them to touch and feel. So this is, they have the idea of this as 10 instead of just a number written down somewhere. So as we move on, what happens when you string 10 of these together? Well, obviously you get the 100, right? Which is 10 of tens of ones, right? Okay, and of course, when you move forward as well, you get this, which is 1,000, right? So you have 10 pieces of the 100, which is 10 strings of tens, which is 10 strings of ones. So in our Montessori classroom, children can actually touch and feel what the concept of 1,000 is, instead of just reading it somewhere or reading it in a book saying 1,000. They have a better understanding, a visual help for them to visualize what 1,000 really means. So this is one of the more popular activities that we do, and children are very much accustomed to learning the place value systems, the decimal systems, the number system through this way. And of course, next week we'll be showing you more materials, especially when we work with the colors as well. For example, each color we have in the Montessori system is color coded, so they're very accustomed to it as well. Okay, so just like I said before, this actually builds a fundamental of algebra. Okay, because of the concepts of being square and being cubed. Okay, so of course 10 square is 100, and 100 times 10 is going to be 1,000, right? So 10 cubed will be 1,000. So this is how we teach it in the Montessori classroom. Okay? This is just one example of turning something as abstract as the number, just the number 1, into something concrete, something you can hold on to. And this is what Montessori is really all about. Hands-on experience of visual learning instead of just reading it off a book somewhere. So they're more able to critically think and feel and touch a certain concept, which is supposed to be abstract to begin with. In addition, next week we'll be demonstrating different methods to do simple tasks such as subtraction, and how that compares to a sort of a conventional system or a conventional method that you and I might have learned during our time in a conventional system. Okay, so we're going to end it here today because I do have a few friendly reminders. Our summer camp program is coming up for both toddler and CASA independent. They're theme-based. They're 8 weeks. We are doing a lot of promotions on those. If you're enrolling for all 8 weeks, you get a special discount as well. One of the bigger things that we have to announce this week is Saturdays are back. Saturdays are, we are reopening on Saturdays. As we feel that it is safe to do so. Obviously, we have our hygiene and health protocol as well, so class sizes will be limited, but Saturdays are back. Our center will be reopened as soon as next week. And the class, I'm very excited to announce that they're going to be taught by our Montessori certified teacher, Miss Justine. She's lovely, and I'm sure parents will really love her as well. Okay, so remember to follow our Facebook, Instagram for news, promotions, and updates. As always, our cooking class is always is open for enrollment. Okay, so is our book club. We do plan to have upcoming programs such as baby massages or movement-related classes or even Mandarin classes come up in the very near future. So stay tuned for those. Okay. Anyway, my name is Raymond Ng. I'm the Director of Education here at Monteca International Play School. I hope you're having a good day and continue to have a good weekend. Thank you.